In today's video, we are talking about Lego plexiglass displays. What are some of the websites? What are some of the options? And what do I have here in front of me for today's video? Well, let's get into it. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Bricks and Toys. And today we are beginning the little footsteps of our 500 subscriber builds. Yes, I remember, and yes, it's been a long time since I brought it up again, but like I said, I'm not talking about subscribers all that much anymore. I just ask for you guys, if you like what you see, hit the button, and at every 100th, we're going to do something great. And for this series, we are building some really cool DC retired sets. But I'm going to kind of keep it a little bit of a secret until we actually get into those videos. But today is about Lego displays. Now, when it comes to Lego displays, they can be kind of expensive. You can log on to Amazon and you can get some Technic displays. That's like off-brand Technic. Those are usually between like 20, 40 bucks. That's what I have on my Millennium Falcon to kind of prop it up sideways. There's also plexiglass stands and cases. So in my opinion, when it comes to putting your Lego in cases, I really don't find it all that useful. The number one issue with putting your Lego sets in a case is they go from being basically the size of this car to about 2 inches all the way around, plus a ceiling, back, front, and that takes up so much space. Like in my Lego studio right now, I can fit about 4 Icons cars diagonal like they're at a car show, where if I had cases, that just wouldn't work. And so I'm not a huge supporter of cases, and it's kind of like, so why are we doing a video about cases, and why do I have cases here in front of me? Well, in order to get to that question, let's talk about black Lego. Now, I have 2 black Lego sets right here in front of me. 1, the Camaro, and 2, the newest, not retired, Batmobile from Lego. And the issue is with black Lego, they get dusty. And when you get dusty, you want to clean them. And what I do to clean my Lego is I got this Clean My Bricks vacuum. The reason I use Clean My Bricks as vacuum is because they're soft. You get a normal keyboard vacuum from Amazon, these bristles are going to be hard and they're just going to, and that's just not good. So I like to use this vacuum because it's soft and it does the job. And when we clean these cars, we just turn on our vacuum, headphone warning, and we just give them a dust. And we get all that dust off. This is really dusty. It's been up there for a while. Look at that. So we just dusted the tumbler from Batman The Dark Knight trilogy, okay? And we dusted the Camaro. Now, I'm going to try to show you guys this the best way that I can on what we did when we dusted these Lego sets. And now I'm going to bring in my car, and I'm going to get my flashlight. See if you can see it in the light. See here. I don't know how much is showing up on camera, but you will see scratches. Lots and lots of scratches. These black Lego sets scratch like crazy. This one, just by doing that, scratches. The thing is I'm going to talk more about this when we get into the 500 subscriber builds, which go into these cabinets. But the 500 subscriber builds that I have are really special. And they're not just special to me, but they're special from the guy that I bought them from. And because of that, I don't want these scratches to be a normal expectancy on these sets. And that's what brings us to today by talking about these displays. Now, like I said earlier, these are from Shop Pop Display. Shop Pop Display is a local U.S. option. And no, this is not a sponsored video. I am beyond sponsored. I'm not there yet. Now, on the terms of sponsoring and videos and stuff, I do want to mention at this particular point that there is a link to give super chat and super thanks now down below. So that's just for you guys to know if you guys are interested in supporting the channel. But back onto this. Not sponsored. I was literally looking up, and Shop Pop Display is one of the two that came up that is pretty known. I think Shop Pop Display is really known for Funko Pops, hence the name Shop Pop. And then there's another one called the Wicked Brick. Both of these companies are our top Google search, but one's in the UK, Wicked Brick, and one's in the US. Now, I do think Wicked Brick makes a better background than what I had to purchase here. But the thing is the shipping is through DHL Global. And if I'm being honest, I don't want DHL shipping plexiglass over the ocean. I just don't trust DHL. I don't know if you guys out there have had bad experiences with DHL, but I have, and I can tell you, just to get them to work locally is a challenge. I couldn't imagine trying to get them to work globally. So, Shop Pop Displays are where these are from, and the price I paid for the smaller one to the bigger one is, the bigger one right here was $169, and the smaller one was $101. $40 shipping, sales tax is about $22, total about $333 total. So $330 for some cases is a pretty big deal. I could get a really good Lego set for that price. And on terms of that, the Lego set that's going in here costed double of what the cases costed. So this 500 subscriber project is not just $600, which we'll talk about that when those videos come on the next video, but they costed like $900. Not to mention about $40 or $50 in gas to go pick them up, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. So this 500 subscriber builds are really a big deal to me. And they're a big deal to the person that sold them to me, so forth and so on. So with these cases, here is the thing that I'm concerned about with this video. Is if you go and you look up this case right here. Now they have what they call RTA, which is ready to assemble, with an integrated stand, and permanently assembled with a stand. Now, this is RTA, ready to assemble. It's ready to go. It's $157 without no back printing. I ordered the back printing, which brought it up to the $169 that I mentioned earlier. I wanted a background for my sets that's going in here. Should be like a moon or something. We'll see at the end of this video. But if I go to permanently assembled with stand, that $157 shoots up to $313, not counting the printed background. With the printed background, $325. So it almost doubles to have it assembled and shipped. So that really has me scared. And for this one over here, it's pretty much the same case. $89. It shoots up to about $100 when you have it printed, $101 like I paid. But then to go permanently assembled was up to $280 with the background. Wow! So it's going to be really interesting to see how hard these are to put together. So to continue with this video, let's go ahead and let's get these cars out of the way and let's start putting the smaller one together. And this will tell you guys what I am actually working on for our 500 subscriber builds. You guys probably already know what I'm doing, but for my own thing, I'm just gonna, it's a big DC build that's retired. Well, 2 of them. But you guys will know what they are by the time we're done doing this. Ow, stabbed myself. When operating knives, use your knife safely. Just don't go stabbing into it. A, you are dealing with a scratchable surface, and B, body limbs if severed, may not be able to be reattached. So don't be an idiot like me with a knife. But that's just how I am. So these did come packaged up really nice in a box. My overall experience with Shop Pop Display has been pretty decent to this point. I don't like the fact of how you order and then you don't hear anything and then all of a sudden a week and a half, 2 weeks later it says shipped. I don't like that. But this company is based out of New Jersey. And to me it does feel like they're a smaller company that takes these orders in and they put the orders together as they come in. So it may take some time to actually get your order ready. It's just, we're so used to these days, instant gratification of, you placed an order, next day, your order has shipped. And that's not the way that it works for a lot of companies. So, everything is in a protective film, which is nice. You peel this off, and it does reveal our case. I'm going to try to leave it on for the sake of the build. Here we have a hardware bag. Now, this will show us our hardware. They do give you a screwdriver to put it together, which is nice. They do give us some gloves. The white glove experience. Nice. Okay, I see what we're working with. A lot of metal hardware with nice machine-like screws. Okay. And this is going to be our stand. Okie dokie. So, that's our stand. Again, it's not blue, it's just wrapped in protective film. Our instructions are basically 6 sheets of paper that are printed out. So, that's that. And I think that bottom is the base. We have clear plastic shine and clean wipes, which is nice. I'm going to try to keep this together as much as possible. I don't see any glue, so that's all good. All different types of little pieces. They did give me 2 little screwdrivers. I might switch out these to use my electronics toolkit for. It's just easier to work with that handle. And we have another sheet of plastic, or plexiglass. And we have 2 similar sizes of plexi. There's one there. And then there's another one right here. This is our printed background. Ooh. It looks just black on the website, but I don't know if you can see with the plastic on it. It's clearly Gotham. So that is really sick. And then we have the cat needs to get the hell off of it. Then we have another sheet. Looks like maybe a top sheet. And then we have a base. Okay. Again, the base is all wrapped up. I think it's black plexi. Yes, it's black plexi. I think that's why the stand, no, the stand's clear. I was wondering if the black plexi is the one that's wrapped in blue. And then we have the rest of it right here. So that is that. So now what I would like to do, there is some magnetic attachment points on this, it looks like. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse. And I'm going to get these both built, and we're going to conclude up with a review. Okay, so that took me about 1 hour to complete. And just a few things right out of the box I want to hop out and say. For one, the extra price you pay to have it fully assembled versus ready to assemble, not worth the money. If you can put together Lego, you might have the sense to put this together. The second thing I wanted to note is these little cubes that come with this. Let me get one right here. Show you inside the bag. Each cube has 3 holes. I don't know if you can see that, if I can focus. And on one end of the cube, it's flat with no hole. It does not tell you in the instructions what orientation to put your cube. Now, if you have mechanical intuition like myself, that should be common sense. We know that this is the top, thus the hole has to go up this way, and for the corners, one hole has to go this way and that way. It should be pretty common sense to figure that out. But for a common person that may not have a lot of mechanical experience, that may be something that when they get to the point of putting the top or the sides on, that may be something that may hold them up, and they may be like, wait, where's the holes? And that may cause them to have to take it back apart again and figure out how to line up their holes. It definitely could be a snagging point. But for me, it was no problem. I put 2 and 2 together like that, and then I thought like, wow, the common person may not know that. So that was the other thing. And you know, one last little finesse detail is the ones like on the side here, I made sure to put them to, because there's only 2 connection points on the sides versus 3 up at the top. I made sure to put the 3rd connecting point hole facing down. So when you look inside of the case, you don't see a hole glaring up at you. It's bad enough as it is. When you look at from this angle, you see that hole looking out this way. But I made sure to line up both of those holes where they're both going that way. So, not too bad. I also only peeled the plastic off around the corners, put it together, and then once it was together, I peeled it off all the way. I had no choice but to peel the complete bottom off, because that's how it goes together. But I did leave the protective film on the very bottom, because you don't see that, and there's no reason to take it off. Just put your rubber feet that it tells you to put on, and leave it. So what I do want to do is I do want to peel off the front plastic so you guys can take a look at this case and see what it looks like from the inside. And I might peel off one of the sides too, I'm not sure. I'm just worried about it getting damaged, but honestly, it's going to be used, so it's to protect the Lego set that goes inside, not to really protect itself. And wow. That is phenomenal. Let's take off another side. Wow. Okay, you know what? Let's just take it all off. It looks too good. So now that we have all of that removed, we can now officially just lock it into the little slots that we have down here. That's funny, my watch actually thought I was washing my hands while I was removing the plastic. So it does seem that to be locking it in may be a little bit of a challenge. Hopefully we can get that to work. Might need to be on a more flat surface. Yeah, that was the key. It likes to be on a really flat surface. You can't have a little bit of it hanging off like I had it. I only have it hanging off to show you guys what it looked like. The rubber feet are really good on it. I can tell you, I can't really slide it, but it looks really good. So it was easy to assemble. I kept most of the plastic on just to keep it safe while I was moving it around. Plexiglass does scratch easily. That is one of the other common sense points I did want to point out. I grew up building speaker boxes with see-through panels with my brother, so you can see the subwoofers and stuff inside the box. This took me back to that day, all those years ago, back to when we were doing that. And the thing you just got to keep in mind is just be calm. Don't be crazy. Don't need to get it over tight. Just need to get a little snug. Too much cracks it, and you just got to be very careful. One good thing is, like I said, it does say how to keep it clean. And it does come with these nice wipes. These wipes do work good. I might pick up a box of these maybe on Amazon to care for this plexiglass. So I want to bring you guys in really close, let you guys take a good look at this, and then we'll wrap up this video. So coming on in, letting you guys take a look. So that's going to be the stand for the thing that I'm putting in here. You can see that nice Gotham City foggy green background. You can see some Lego studs right there on that display stand. That's going to be for the plaque. And I think those 2 studs I had to put in are going to be for the minifigures. Coming around, you can see this is what I meant about those little metal cubes. You want the screw holes facing down for cosmetic reasons, because if not, they're going to look like that with the screw hole facing towards us. just a little thing about me. I'm very picky with how my orientation of cosmetic hardware goes. But yeah, overall it's really nice. Like I said, the whole thing picks right up, and that's how you put stuff in it. So you guys may already be thinking, well, that's one case, what about two? Well guys, while I was building this one, there's really no reason for me to build another one. This one does leave the imagination open for 2 more days for you guys to see what the builds are. I've hinted enough, this shows enough. And if I built the second case, you guys would definitely know what 2 sets we're building instead of thinking you know. And I want to keep you guys thinking for at least 2 more days. So that's why I didn't want to build the other one. Plus, once you build one, you built them all. They're all going to be this cool. I think the other one might be a little bit cooler because it does have a full moon as a background over Gotham. But we'll see when we cross that bridge. I do recommend these displays. Like I said, I think that they're a smaller company, so when you order, everything's a little bit of old-fashioned. You don't get that instant, like it's packed, it's shipped, it's coming. No, it takes a couple weeks for them to receive your order, for them to pack your order, give it to FedEx to send, and for it to get to your door. They do pack it in a way bigger box than it has to be packed in. And that is a really good thing, because if it gets crushed on the corners, you got about 4 inches all the way around for it not to get cracked, which is, again, plexiglass cracks. You got to be careful with that. So I just want to say, like, at first, I wasn't too sure about this company. Sending $333 out into the ether of a website you never even heard of is kind of like, holy shit. It's very scary. Especially when there's so many options on Amazon that you trust Amazon to be your shield, and thus you want to just use Amazon. But those cases, they ship from China. Again, they can be broken by the time you get there. At least with Amazon, you do have the shield of it being Amazon, and they'll take care of you. Where with this was, I wanted this because it was in the US, and it just felt practical to go that route versus China. Like I said, Wicked Brick had a very similar product at a similar price. But again, gotta trust DHL Global. I don't trust DHL USA, let alone Global. So that wasn't going to happen either. So I just sent it and I crossed my fingers. But I'm really happy about the quality, the case. I think everything went together remarkably well. I'm very pleased. I cannot wait to get the 500 subscriber builds built and put into these. Unfortunately, they're not going to go where I thought they were going to go. I thought they were going to be about 12 inches, not 15 inches deep. So I am going to have to put these in a whole new spot in the Lego studio. But that is okay. It is completely worth it. I just really want to keep these sets protected, try to keep as much dust off of that black Lego as possible so we don't scratch it when we clean it. And that way, the guy that sold me the sets, he knows that his Lego sets were built, even though he wanted them kept in box, and they're clean and they're safe. And I know that some of the favorite, most desired Lego sets I ever wanted are also the same. So it's good karma onto the person that sold them, and it's good karma onto me as well. So with that one, guys, like I said, there's now a super chat down below. If you guys want to support the channel, that's where you guys can do it. Like, share, and subscribe. Drop your comments below. Let me know, what do you think about Shot Pop Display? Have you guys ever used them? Had any bad experiences? Let me know, because so far, like I said, it was uneasy, but it went well. So thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. You all have a good one.